guys, Matt Allen here. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Today we are going to do something that you guys have been requesting for years. Tim and I often don't do videos that don't make sense to us, but for years guys have been asking for a tour of our boats. Today I'm going to give you a tour of my boat. I don't know why everybody wants to see it, but you are more than welcome to see it. We're going to run through the compartments, look at the gear, the whole thing. I run a Cobra. Guys ask that all the time. I run a Cobra. Tim runs a Champion. It's an older Cobra. From a guiding standpoint, it's a perfect platform. It's a large boat, handles rough water extremely well, and it's got some wear on it, so I don't have to worry about people scuffing it up, cutting things, nicking things. Doesn't matter. But the boat itself is solid. Everything bolted to it is brand new. That's why I run that platform. So from the front, run a 112 Ultrex trolling motor, 52-inch shaft, Solix 15 electronics front and back. Keep my tools. Tools are piled up here next to my trolling motor. I leave my pedal offset so that I can stick tools down in there next to it. Jumping into my lockers. I keep all my rods on the same side that I sit on. And the reason why I do that, a lot of people put their rods on the other side of the boat, tackle on this side. I do it this way because oftentimes when I'm filming, I'm out here by myself. Helps keep the boat really balanced, keep me on one side and my tackle on the other. So all my rods on this side can hold a ton of rods, organized really well. One thing I will say is sleeves are a must. If you guys don't sleeve your rods, you need to start. Tim's been doing it for years. I don't know why I was resistant to the idea, but I never used sleeves, and you know, I was always beating up my rods going in and out of the lockers, and the sleeves kind of seemed like a pain until Tim was on my boat one day and stuffed some of his extra rods into my lockers, and his guides weren't banging, everything was going in and out really easy. Makes all the difference in the world. Whether you have a boat or whether you're on the bank, you should be putting a sleeve on all your rods to protect them. But here, check this locker out. Just a bunch of random gear tied on. Middle compartment. A middle compartment's typically going to be my camera equipment and the life jackets that I plan to use that day. Not much else to see in that one. And then my tackle compartment. Piles and piles and piles of tackle, because on a lake like Clear Lake, you never know when you're gonna have to adapt to changing conditions. So we'll take a look in here. That's for today. Big old box of Whopper Ploppers. Can never have too many Whopper Ploppers. Glide baits. My swim bait heads. More swim baits. More topwater, lipless, frogs, crankbaits, and then of course hooks. I keep full boxes of treble hooks, full boxes of jig hooks, worm hooks. You gotta keep that stuff on board all the time. I store everything in a variety of Plano and Bass Mafia boxes. Just size depends on what I'm putting in it. Jig heads, weights, my line. I store line in these Plano line holders. You guys know I'm primarily braid to leader, so I carry just a ton of different leader options so I can change day to day, minute to minute, bait to bait. Instead of carrying tons of reels, just carry tons of leader material. And then soft plastics, I either store my soft plastics in bins like this, or I'll store them in a tub, just loose in a tub. I carry lots and lots of plastics that way. That's my tackle compartment. I'm actually, for those of you that have been with us forever, you guys remember years and years and years ago, I did a tackle storage video that was kind of a spoof, kind of a joke, but really it wasn't a joke. My gear was a complete and utter nightmare. If you guys want to have a good laugh, down in the video description. I'll give you links to like the boxes we use and the gear that's on the boat, all that stuff in the video description for this video. The sleeves, all that stuff. But I'll also give you a link to that video. If you just want a good laugh, you need to watch that. The way I used to store my tackle, like thousands of dollars in swim baits, was a complete disaster. Still not perfect, but I've come a long way. Let's see what else. My step opens up. That's just day storage. I'll throw like my throwable down there. Then when I have clients, there's just random junk in there. When I have clients, we'll throw their tackle under there. That's just day storage. Glove box is just full of junk. My other Solix 15 here at the dash. Coming to the back. This side's primarily empty. The very back of the boat, I keep all my batteries. They take up tons of room. We carry a lot of battery power, obviously, to power all the stuff that's on the boat. So I run 4 batteries. It doesn't leave me a lot of room for extras. So my battery charger is in this locker, there on the back wall. That's an awesome charger. And then what else is in here? Basically my ropes. I actually use webbing instead of ropes because it's stronger, so I keep my webbing. Odds and ends, little first aid kit, band-aids, that kind of thing. Live wells. Live wells are dirty and nasty, but man, they get a lot of use. Great big live wells in this boat. Another reason I love this hole. You can fit so many big fish in those things. And over here, I keep like the random odds and ends to keep my boat going. And I will actually open this up a little bit. Even though it's a giant pile of junk, you guys need to see some of this stuff. Because if you run a boat, it's really critical that you know, 1, how to operate that boat, 2, how to keep that boat moving on the water. Now, I'm not a mechanic. If that engine truly goes down, I'm stuck. But anything shy of that, you need to be able to take care of yourself. So jumper cables to jump between batteries. You know, you're running your live wells all day. It's time to go to weigh-in. You can't start your outboard. Jumper cables to jump off of one of your trolling motor batteries can save the day. Random tools, toilet paper, let's be real. Let's see what else is in here. We've got, that's an extra rain suit for clients. An entire container of completely random stainless steel. Because on a boat, you are getting beat in the waves all the time. Gear is coming apart, parts are going missing. If you just keep a pile of stainless in the boat, it will save you. You never know when you're gonna need to put something back together. I got duct tape, and then of course the things you need to have. Got a fire extinguisher, air horn to go in addition to the boat horn because the boat horn's pretty quiet. Heat shrink tube. Got a wrench for the prop shaft. Little quick tire inflator just to get me off the side of the road, and then this thing full of every kind of tool in the world, and that is a video in and of itself. Spare hubs, lighters, I mean everything. I'm not kidding, it is everything. There's almost nothing that can go wrong short of a devastating failure of the motor that isn't in that little box. All the little hand tools that I need, it really could be its own video. You guys, when you're out on the water, you know, if you just go fishing once in a while, who cares? But if you fish a ton, things will go wrong. It's just reality, right? Even on a new boat. I mean, this boat, the boat itself is old, but the equipment on the boat's brand new. Back here in the back, got a brand new Mercury ProXS 250 is what I'm powered with. And then of course, dual talons to hold the boat in place when I'm fishing. The oldest thing on this boat is literally that motor, and I bolted that motor up in February. Everything is brand new. Do that for a few reasons. We do that because we want that advantage. We want to be running new equipment, not having breakdowns, not having failures. You guys see the videos. A lot of times we're here at home. With me guiding, I'm out every single day. You can't afford to have failures. When people are flying in, when you guys are flying in from all over the country and all over the world to come fish on Clear Lake, it's not cool for the boat to go down, somebody to miss their opportunity. So I do everything in my power to keep everything on this boat new, besides the hull itself, so that we just don't have issues. I installed all this stuff myself, so when I put the talons on, when I put the grafts on, it ran all fresh wiring. Everything inside the boat is new. And a huge advantage, if you know a little bit about wiring, when you put in new equipment, it's not as hard as it sounds. Like, talons look big and scary. These grafts look big and scary. They're expensive. You don't want to do them wrong, but really they're not that complicated. So I went through the learning curve. I didn't know how to do it myself, but I learned and I did it myself. The reason why I did that, the reason why I ran all the wiring, is so that when we're on the road, when Tim and I are 5 states away from home trying to shoot video for you guys and something goes wrong, we know where to look. If somebody else has done the work on your boat and all of a sudden a switch stops working or a graph won't turn on, you don't even know where to look. What are you gonna do? You're just dead in the water over a silly little $2 switch. So I do my best to run all my own equipment so that when we do have issues, I at least know where to start looking. If I can get a mechanic on the phone, he can walk me through it. I know where to go in the boat to find the things they're talking about. We can try and diagnose quickly, keep that video rolling, keep those guide trips going, and you know, just keep this boat fishing. That's my boat, guys. It's nothing special. It's a nice boat, little over 20 foot long, powered with a 250, largest trolling motor I can get, fantastic electronics, and a lot of tackle. But at the end of the day, you still got to go out there and catch those fish. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask them down in the comments section. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm sure we'll do a tour of Tim's boat here pretty soon as well. We appreciate your guys' support. Hope you enjoyed a look at my boat. We'll talk to you soon.